my friends dead. I'm in cold, put them in the tundra. I go Ray Charles, I cannot see her, I make a fumble. I was just in Texas with a leader, pussy a jungle. And one of the I told him I'm coming over when you play this shit in the white section, nigga like you in the form. It's hot, bitch is scorching. On the porch, New Yorkin. Still trying to find young Jordan.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Alex G, alongside with Mal, the one and only Mal. And this is the A Couple of Things podcast, where we are here to talk about a couple of things. How are you doing today? I haven't seen you all day.
I know. I worked today because I'm an accountant. And it's busy season. We're closing them year-end December 31st, 2023 books. So I had to work a little bit today.
Big baller.
If anybody looks up Google busy season, and you'll see the hell that I live every year. This is my fifth time doing this too. It sucks, but I only worked for like 4 hours. I think I worked from 9:45 to 1 p.m. So got me a little overtime check for the day.
Respectable.
And then I just stayed in the room all day and lay down, slept.
It's a nice Saturday. We got a long weekend.
Yeah.
Well, you don't probably, but I do.
Oh, Monday's a holiday. Yeah,
I am home Monday.
I work because busy season. We don't get Martin Luther King Day, and we don't get President's Day. Well, we get those 2 days back in PTO, and we get like holiday pay. So
I'll be here to take care of you.
You'll be home. I'm happy.
All your food needs and massages and so forth. Whatever you need.
When I get back to the gym too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've been slacking. Like since I got my hair done, I've been slacking.
For sure. Definitely the braids make me not want to go to the gym, but
and they were talking about that with
that's
Gymshark.
A poor excuse.
No, but I was just saying about that, how Gymshark came out with headbands. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm still a little sick.
They came out with headbands.
They came out with headbands, like a whole campaign for black people and our hair. That's the only thing that sucks sometimes. Like, I love being black, but it's like, dang, like our hair is such like masterpieces. And when they get it, you know, it takes so much time and effort to put these styles together. And it's like, it's art. And it's like, it could just get ruined just from sweat.
I was looking at
But you have to work out. Like, you have to keep yourself healthy. So
I was looking at my, when I got the freestyle braids, I was like, yeah.
Hey, it's literally art. And it sucks because like you have to work out.
It's definitely hard.
You should do it again.
Yeah, I might get them because these were
But
nuts.
next time, let me take them out because you were messing up your hair when you were trying to take them out. But if you would let me do it, I would have took it out without you having damage. Remember you were saying that?
That was. Yeah.
That's just because you weren't taking it out the right way. It's hard to take those type of small braids out yourself.
I was rushing. But anyway, let's get into it. If you're poor, stop having children.
Whoa, we can't just jump right into it.
I'm sorry. All right, well.
Yeah.
Let's get into our topics for today. Yeah.
Why is my phone always dead too when we do this?
Yeah, go charge your phone. Let's get into it. So, obviously we understand, because we like to talk about things in a nuanced fashion. So we do understand all sides. We have family that has come from poor conditions. We definitely 100% at least empathize with people that are in emotionally, that face emotional hardships. Not emotional. Financial hardships. Yeah. Which leads to emotional hardships too. So one and the same. Mm-hmm. So we definitely understand that. So putting that out there in case this conversation comes across insensitive. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. We see too many instances where people are having children when they're not in the most financially stable, or their familial structure is not stable. Having children with people that are not going to actually be in the household with the child. Obviously, we know things happen. Everybody can't always stay together all the time. Yeah. But we see too many instances where people are in bad financial situation and then also in a bad familial arrangement. So you don't even have the emotional support of a nuclear family. And these people, and also when you don't have a nuclear family, you lose a whole other income.
Yeah.
So you have single parents that are already facing financial hardships, and then they're also having children on top of that. So it's like a double whammy of just you being in a poor financial situation. Yeah. And people are still having kids anyway, which is the craziest thing in the world to me, because obviously everybody is entitled. It's like the human birth rate. Like everybody should be able to have children. That's what we're here for. We're here to reproduce. But for the life of me, I can't understand why people have kids and then also have multiple kids when they're in a poor financial situation. And then because you're like,
for me, it almost seems like you're like having them just to like almost punish them because for your situation.
It's
Like,
literally
like
a
the
punishment.
misery, what's it? Misery has company. What's
yeah.
it? Enjoys company.
Yeah.
It's almost like, oh, I'm miserable and poor, so I need someone else to be miserable and poor with me, so we could all be miserable and poor together. So I'm gonna make some people so they could be poor with me.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me that you wouldn't want to set yourself up to give your child a good life because like people are being born. It's so crazy to me because people are being born like 200 steps behind because of somebody else's irresponsibility, and these kids didn't ask to be born, and you're giving birth to kids in these crazy conditions. And not only that, then you're complaining about how expensive the kids are, and it's like there's too many there's too many types of birth control. There's too many methods. You don't have to have sex. There's so many other different ways of not having kids. Yeah. And you should explore all of those options before you give birth to a kid when you're in a poor financial situation, because you're ruining that child.
And I want to say too, like, I get accidents happen, but pregnancy is not as accidental as people like to pretend.
It's not.
I saw people on Twitter, like the tweet we're going to end up bringing up, they said that. They're like, come on, let's stop acting like it's really so accidental. It's not.
It's not.
Because me and you have been together for like, we met almost 10 years ago, right? So we've been having sex since.
Well, no, we've been saving ourselves for marriage since 2014.
Since September 2014.
We've been saving ourselves for marriage.
It's been consistent since then.
Don't listen to her. It's not true.
Only 1 month that we didn't. So it was actually the month I can remember was December 2018. But it's been every single month. And I mean, I was on birth control for most of our relationship, right? But never had a pregnancy scare. I mean, I've been off birth control for now over a year now, and we live together. My period has been here on time. Like, it just because it's not that hard to not get pregnant. Like, I even think about like our friends, right? She was in, they were in a long-term relationship, never had a scare or nothing. So it's not hard to not get pregnant.
Yeah, to me, if you get pregnant, it's because you wanted to.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So to me, what you're saying is if you get pregnant, it was on purpose. And then also within that purpose, you also purposefully brought a kid in to a world where you don't have the money to even afford to take care of them in a proper way. Yeah. So to me, that's like one of the most irresponsible and like selfish things you could ever do to a human. You're putting them so far behind just because of your lack of. And before I say that, I do know people are born can't help the conditions that they're born in. So the person having that kid might have been born into conditions that weren't the greatest either. But
that should make them urge them even more than not to repeat that cycle.
Right. But people don't do that.
And people like to say it's something called eugenics when you say stuff like this. And it's like, because they try to say like, it's almost like you're trying to basically tell people they're not allowed to participate in human functions. But it's like, well, yeah, that's what we're saying. Well, yeah.
Well,
that's what we're saying.
I don't know if I'm saying.
Like, you don't have to be rich. Just be financially stable. Or not, you don't even like, I mean, yeah, stability. Have some stability. You don't have to be rich. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm also not saying people, because I know I'm saying, like, people, they shouldn't have kids. But really what I mean is that you should have kids, but do everything you can to put them in a good position. Yeah. Obviously, everybody can't be a millionaire. We've been beyond lucky to be in a situation that we're in personally.
Partial luck, but a lot of it is our own.
It is, but it's based off of luck because you can't. It's luck of the draw, right? Because we could have been born to people.
We could have been, but there's people who were born to really shitty situations who are better situations than us financially. So for me, I say there is a luck aspect to it, but also our own work put us in where we're at, because there's so many people who were born into the same lucky conditions who are bums, who don't do nothing with their lives, who are taking steps backwards, like all that hard work your parents did, and you're taking like 10 steps backwards, like. So yeah, luck is a part of it, but our own work got us here too. Cause we still didn't have to go to school and get our degrees and all that.
No. Anyway.
Or we came to school for like. I don't know. I always try to think of a funny. I always say arts and crafts. That's always like my go-to.
Gender studies.
Yeah.
That's like a wild.
Philosophy.
Those
are crazy
degrees, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Do what you're passionate about. Go and study what you're passionate about. But goodness gracious, be passionate about something that gets you some money, so you're not struggling.
But yeah. I'm sorry, my voice is...
Your throat sounds crazy. But anyway, we're bringing this up basically because we saw a tweet where it looks like they had a baby walking around.
It's not funny. I'm laughing, but it's not funny.
With a maxi pad. They still call them maxi pads, right?
That's not a maxi pad. That one don't look like a maxi pad. It's just big because it's on the baby. That just looks like a regular size pad. Yeah.
Okay. So.
But they do have maxi pads. But I don't use those because I have a very light and dainty flow.
So, this woman has a picture of a baby wearing a pad with tape around it because either she was too lazy or financially could not afford a diaper. Now, I don't know which one's worse, but I would imagine that it has to deal with the money aspect of it.
Yeah. It could be the laziness.
It could be laziness.
But I don't know
too.
because to do all this taping seems like you have to have some. That's more effort for me than going to go buy the diapers.
Yeah, high key. But let's attack it from both perspectives. So number one, if you're lazy, don't have kids because you're making that decision to have a child, and you can't pick and choose when you're raising a human and you're caring and nurturing for a human. You can't pick and choose when you want to do something for them when they're literally helpless.
Yeah.
Like that to me is the equivalent of saying go like telling a little 1-year-old to go find your own food.
Yeah.
Like go out and get your own food to eat. Like that's
why,
crazy
like,
to me.
When people always ask us like, well, first of all, we're not married yet, right? But when people always like, oh, like when you guys having kids, I was like, for me, like one of the reasons besides not being married why I'm really like in no rush is because I'm admittedly very like I want to say I'm selfish, but I am kind of selfish. Like I'm very like I love my alone time. I love coming home from work and just laying down on the couch and going to sleep whenever I want. Like I don't have to do anything except for work, or if I have plans with somebody, right? I could do whatever I want. I could take a nap whenever I want. We could go out randomly on a 11 o'clock at night, go out to to the club or go get dinner. We could just get up and go on vacations without having to plan really much except around our work schedule. So for me, yeah, I'm pretty selfish. I love my independence. I love my like laziness. Like when I'm feeling lazy, I'm gonna enjoy that as much as I can. Like I feel like until you're in that mental space where I can't be lazy and I have to put my all into just one person for at least at a minimum 18 years of their life, then don't have kids. If you're not ready for that, then don't have kids. Like I feel like you can't be lazy. You can't. Yeah. And if you want to be, then don't have kids. Like I feel like people act like you have to have kids. You don't have to have kids. You really don't. Like you don't have to have them. It's not like it's not like an obligation. It's not a prophecy that you have to fulfill.
There's always a choice in life, and sometimes you can't have everything. You can't have the kids and then not care for them and still be able to go out to the club. Like you have to make choices in life, and you can't have everything. So what do you value more? Do you value your free time, or do you value raising a child? Pick those decisions, but you can't have both. You can't have it all, and that's perfectly fine too. But like pick the life that you want.
Yeah, if you're not ready for that commitment, then don't do it,
because you're gonna ruin this kid.
Yeah,
like this is why people like this is why kids go out and shoot shit up. This is why people are in the streets or in the hood, because they're being born into these conditions where they're forced to survive, forced to fight for food. There's not always resources available. This is why they join gangs. This is like this kind of shit is specifically why these kinds of things happen. Mm-hmm. Like these financial things contribute to mental illness. Like I told you, I wrote about these things in college. Like this was a lot of the studies that I used to write about were based off of the like physical and psychological impacts of
like disadvantaged people.
Disadvantaged and impoverished people.
I always tell you that'd be a good dissertation topic if you ever went for your PhD in economics.
I should get my PhD, but
that would be like for economics and do like the like you were just saying like the connection between the like economics and like the physical mental.
Yeah, you're literally ruining these kids. Like I one of the studies that I wrote about was genetic mutations caused by being in poverty, and if you're impoverished and you're giving birth to a kid, like you're literally physically ruining them. Yeah, like
it's sad.
It's just crazy. So from the
laziness thing is crazy. Like that's what that girl like in the tweet when she responded to the girl about not getting the diaper. She's like, maybe she just didn't feel like going to the store at the moment. It's like you're not allowed to have that. You don't have that luxury when you have kids. Like then don't have kids. Isn't
this duct tape too?
Yeah.
Like you want to tape adhesive
like that's
tape to your kid's
almost
skin?
To me. Like that's like crazy. Yeah, like this is literally sick. I feel like a lot of people have kids for props, or to give themselves a purpose, because they don't really have purpose in life. So it gives them a purpose. It gives them a title. It gives them some type of thing to say, like, oh, I'm a mom. Like it gives them that power
Personality trait.
trip. Yeah, personality trait, and it gives them a power trip. I'm almost like I have this person who's like a subordinate to me, who's always gonna love me. Like that whole unconditional love for my kid. Like it's so many layers to it.
Kind of like the same thing we were saying about people having spouses for
Yeah,
props.
for props. Yeah, people who have kids for the same reason. They have it for their own selfish reason. They don't have it because they want to continue their legacy and build up this child to be the next great thing for the next generation. No, they're doing it for their own fulfillment.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And then look how you're treating this baby. Like, why is there a pad and tape? Like, how do you not have empathy or just like that love for your child that you literally created? Like, it's scary. You could have died giving birth to that, and like, look what you're doing.
Very minimal effort.
Yeah. So it's just crazy.
Yeah, and I know we wanted to attack it from like the laziness and the financial part. I feel like we kind of already tackled it from the financial part. But one of the things that you mentioned in your response to this before was just talking about you don't have to be rich to be financially stable. Like those two things don't exist.
Yeah.
Like they're not dependent on one another. You
Yeah.
don't have to be rich. Financially stable just means you're just chilling. Like you're okay.
You can make
you're not
like
doing above and
you
beyond.
and your husband can make like 30 each to have 60. That's enough to pay for like a low income house and enough for your kid.
Yeah, especially depending where you are in the country.
Yeah.
Like you
Not in up here, not
yeah,
North Jersey.
Not where we live, but yeah, like you don't have to be rich like to have a kid. It's just
And 30,000 each is like nothing. Like that's such an easy, probably low, like skill job.
Yeah,
You can make 30K a year working full time at like a fast food place.
you can
So people are just lazy.
door dashing or something.
Yeah, DoorDash something.
Yeah, do something.
Do
like,
something.
Like put some effort in. Like actually show that you like love and care for your child.
Yeah.
Because to me,
And
the
you
only
want to
reason
give them a good life too. Like
the only reason I feel comfortable even saying some of these things without having kids myself is because I know that if I brought a kid into this world, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for that child.
yeah.
Because I know that there's nothing that my parents wouldn't do for me, and I'm going to keep continuing to pass that on so
Yeah.
we don't have any sort of generational curse when
And
it
you
comes to
just
that.
know too, like experiencing that, and like I feel like I've experienced that as well. Like maybe not like not like we were spoiled, right? But we still did like the ski club. We still did a lot of like we travel and stuff. Like, don't you feel like those things were fulfilling? Like people always say like
Extremely
money isn't
fulfilling.
everything, but don't you feel like it helps you? Like
kind of a lot.
When you could get like the clothes that you want. You traveling. You could join clubs. Like not being able to do those things actually hurts the self esteem of a child, which could cause so much trauma. Like because then you feel like you're poor, you're embarrassed by it. Like it's so deep.
Yeah.
Kids bully you for it, like if depending on what you're wearing. There's so many adults that still hold that trauma about when they was made fun of for the clothes that they couldn't wear, or their shoes. Like there are people holding on to that trauma for like 30 years,
Yeah.
their whole life. Like you see your dad sometimes talks about that, like how he still remembers that, and like your dad's like in his mid 50s and he still thinks about stuff like that.
Because that stuff's traumatic. It's like
Yeah.
your first traumatic experiences are that.
Yeah, and like that's crazy. Like it's sad. It seems materialistic. It seems dumb. But it's not. Like, why would you not want to spoil him and have your kid love life and feel good and just feel happy? Like,
we got to correct the phrase that money isn't everything.
It is.
Because money is everything except for the health aspect. And even to some degree, money has an impact on health too.
And I do agree that money isn't like, when they say money doesn't buy happiness, I do agree because there could be rich people who are unhappy. But to say that it's not linked to happiness is stupid.
It's crazy.
But it is.
Because everything that you see in life, like where you live,
Yeah.
The people that are listening or watching whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
the devices you're listening or watching on, the internet that you're on,
Yeah.
the house you're in, the couch you're sitting on, the school you go to, the car you drive, literally everything you see has something to do with money.
Yeah.
The only thing that has nothing to do with money to a certain extent is your health. And of
Yeah.
course, money can't buy that,
Your
but to a certain extent it can, because
Yeah.
people with more money can afford better healthcare, health
Better
treatments and
doctors.
so forth. So that's the one thing it can buy. But other than that, money is pretty much everything. It can't
Yeah.
buy mental health either, of course.
Because there's some rich people who have really crazy kids, like who just unfortunately just there's something they can't really.
That kind of stuff you can't help. But
Yeah.
that's like about 20% of it. Like 80% of that really has everything to do with money.
Yeah.
So, I just think people should be more responsible with what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because like if you're struggling as an individual, like why create more struggle because like you're making it harder for yourself too.
Yeah, that's the other part.
So you're worsening your own conditions, and you're also now bringing someone along the ride who didn't even ask to be here.
Yeah, you're impacting your own health. The stress, you're gonna definitely die earlier because of the stress and cause more health impacts. And you're not even gonna be around for the kid as long as you could have been because you put that own stress on yourself, creating
and just
your own scenarios.
Yeah.
Like,
and just for me, like especially now with the internet and social media, it's just like throws me off to see people like still just continuing like destructive cycles. It's just sad because like it's like, when is it gonna stop? You know?
Yeah, and don't let me see you doing something like that, and then I see a Louis Vuitton bag in a picture somewhere, because then I'm gonna lose my mind.
Like, come on, you're at Louis Vuitton, but your baby's wearing a pad, like, and tape.
And then you probably tweeted that picture, or sent it to the friends.
Friend actually,
I know her friends posted it,
yeah.
But like,
which is crazy too, because sometimes your friends be ops. But I mean, maybe you were meant to be exposed.
Yeah, that's something that like let's hold people responsible, like, for real. But even still, let's say that person, like, that's the type of stuff that people post, or take pictures of. Because I've seen it not like this post specifically, but just with other types of posts, where people will post something and then like be laughing about it, like it's a joke. Yeah. Like, haha, I made this thing because
like they're thinking it's not like they're not gonna get backlash because they're living in their own bubble brain.
Yeah, like that stuff's not funny. Mm-hmm. Like, people rather be funny and get the retweets as opposed to like doing something that's dope, like, or just cool. Like, it's more of a flex showing I bought 80 boxes of diapers for my baby. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, people,
our kids are gonna be spoiled. Like,
people, I don't know about spoiled.
Maybe not spoiled, but they're gonna live a good life. They're gonna live a good life.
They're just gonna be taken care of.
They're gonna have cute little fits. They're gonna have.
I don't care about all that superficial stuff. I'm just talking about from like a.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna be traveling the world.
A specific part about just childcare. Like, I don't care about all that.
No, they're gonna be comfortable. They're gonna be very well taken care of, well fed.
And that's the flex. It's not. Yeah. That's more of a flex than, haha, I taped the pad to my baby. Kiki.
Like, how's that funny?
It's not
like,
funny.
Especially if that kid gets older, they're gonna look at that and be like, I mean, depending on the kid, right?
That's how you know we're in crazy times, where people are like laughing about broke
abuse.
Shit.
Yeah.
And abuse.
Literally, it's abuse. For me, it's considered abusive behavior, I feel like.
Like, when did that become cool?
Yeah.
I thought getting money was cool.
Yeah.
I thought having a nice family. Yeah. And we don't know her whole situation, but come on.
Yeah, there's nothing to know.
I don't need to know nothing else.
I don't even need to know any context to this. Like,
that could have been a one-time thing too, but I don't care. Bro.
I don't care.
I'm telling you right now, if my child needed a diaper, I don't care if the store is sold out. We're gonna be driving.
And the thing is too, even if it's like 1:00 in the morning, there's stuff open. This lots of times those gas stations will have diapers sometimes. Like there's stores that you can go.
Even aside from that, I'm not running down the box of diapers to the last one.
Yeah. Cause that's just crazy. Like, where's the care? Like, this is your child. Like,
it's a human.
It's a human.
People don't view children as humans. That's why they just get pregnant by anything and anything walking.
It's a lot of like layers to this, and it's just sad to see. Like, for me, I just feel bad for the kids. Like, I'm grateful for our life, and I'm grateful for like the future that we're gonna have. But it's just, and like at the end of the day, I always say, like, it's not my life. I don't care. But I do feel bad for the kids. And I just do feel bad for, like.
Yeah, because they didn't ask for it.
Yeah. And I just feel like this is, like, destructive to our community. And the reason why it does affect me, though, is because those same kids are going to grow up. And
in the same schools with our kids.
Yeah, with our kids. Or, they might meet them in the workforce when they're older. Like, these, those damaged people are going to become adults, and they're going to interact with people who aren't damaged. And then they're going to create damage. Like, imagine, like, think about, like, how me, right? I feel like I wasn't really a damaged person, but then we went to college and you meet people who are products of damaged households, and how they damaged me. Like, now I got traumas because I've dealt with crazy people, because probably what they dealt with growing up. So it's like, that's what I get concerned about. Like, our kids are gonna cross paths with these kids, and that's when it affects us. And now you gotta worry for your kids' safety, because they're gonna be around some volatile individuals because their mom wanted to put a pad and tape around them.
Yep.
And stress out their own kids because they're broke. So now your kids got to deal with arguing and trauma in the household and chaos and abuse, probably, child abuse sometimes a link to that.
Definitely.
Child abuse is usually related to like relationship stress, and the parent themselves being short-tempered because maybe their own trauma. Like, it's just so many layers to it. And it's just, it's just annoying to me. So yeah, it doesn't affect us necessarily, but it does, because those kids, like I said, will grow up with our kids, and now we gotta worry about that.
Yep. Do better, yo.
But we're gonna send our kids to private school. I'm just kidding. I want our kids to have a public school experience the same way we did. For it builds character. And I'm not spending money on private school. We'll get you a good education at a good public school. And
New Jersey has the best schools in the country. So,
and lots of times the towns that you pick too will definitely help. Like, if your kids growing up in like North Huntington, Voorhees, like the more nicer neighborhoods, then you're gonna have a better. They're more likely to have a good experience. More not guaranteed, right? Because we just said people with money sometimes their kids still have problems, and
For sure.
having money doesn't make you a good parent either. So a lot of times their kids end up being very volatile themselves. So, but I feel like you increase the chances when you live in nicer neighborhoods. So
Yeah. Well, next on our podcast of defending young children,
yeah.
this was
This
blowing
was
up the
crazy.
timeline.
Did you hear about this?
I did hear about this, which is crazy because I don't even have a Twitter.
Yeah,
but
because I
heard about
added it
this.
to the topics today. I was like, he probably didn't even hear about this.
Nah, I actually
this
did.
was a crazy situation.
Yeah, do you want to introduce it or?
Yeah, I guess I introduced it, but yeah. So you guys might have heard about this because it's been like, it made its way to TikTok. I first saw it on Twitter like in real time, and then it made its way to TikTok. A lot of people are giving their commentary on it, and it's getting a lot of likes. But there was this woman who had her daughter helping her do Brazilian waxes on 24 different women. And apparently she was working from like 7:30 a.m. to like 5 p.m. So like almost like a 10-hour workday, which people are saying like, a child waxing aside, why do you have this child working a 10-hour shift? Like that's child labor laws. Like that's crazy.
We have the age of the child.
She's 7.
Okay.
7 years old. And like I said, she was waxing. She was helping wax 24 grown ass women. And she's 7.
All right.
And the mother posted this, acting like it was such as, like it's like almost like we were just saying about the girl posting the diaper with the tape. Like she probably was posting and trying to be funny, like this woman posted this confidently.
This picture is fucking insane.
The picture is wild. And what I'm hearing though, cause I found out actually like a few, like not a few minutes ago, but like after I put this in our note. Apparently the police department, they're kind of involved in this. They're saying watch out with these pictures, like don't distribute them and stuff, because technically it could be considered CP. I don't know how.
Oh well, yeah, because you could. I don't know.
Because you can't see nothing, but it's like
technically
it's
a
implied,
child.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just saying.
I was going to put this picture as a thumbnail,
Yeah,
but I
don't
guess
put it
not.
on
Yeah,
thumbnail,
we're gonna get it taken down.
And that's why I'm gonna literally delete these screenshots too once we're done with the pod. But
FBI, open up.
yeah, like they're saying apparently like police officers, they're saying please don't send it out because it's considered distribution of CP and like all that. But yeah, like you see her caption, like she posted this very confidently.
And she kept. Oh, I thought you were on to it. She kept the tweet up.
No, the person who tweeted this was the one who exposed it. It's probably gone now. It was on Instagram. But she said, when I say I'm passing down deeds and LLCs to my creations, I mean that. Miss Chloe did her thing today. She literally helped me wax 24 clients, started from 7:25 to 5 p.m. She made a total of $744, and I'm going to put the money towards whatever her future dreams and aspirations are. So she confidently posted that, and then she posted the pictures that we just saw, which this one's one of them.
Send the asteroid.
Did you see? These
These pictures are fucking insane.
Like this is disgusting.
Don't look it up either.
Disgusting.
These pictures are fucking wild.
Literally, like
I don't even like cursing that much, but this shit is crazy.
It's crazy. So it was like people were saying like it's wrong on so many levels. First of all, the child labor laws, like I said, right? Like you have this girl working 10 hours, and I bet she's not getting that money. She's probably lying.
Is she not in school?
That's all I'm saying. Unless this was a weekend, it might have been a weekend, like a Saturday or something.
Okay.
And then for the mom to be like, deeds and LLCs, like what? Like they're trying to make this a whole black girl in business type of, they love the buzzwords, right?
Oh boy.
Third of all, obviously as a mother, you're a weirdo. First of all, like why you have this? Why do you have your 7-year-old doing this? And then the woman who sat there and let them do that shit,
that's what I was just
they're
about to say.
probably the worst.
This might be one of the craziest. First of all,
it's not funny,
I don't want to get canceled for what I was about to say, but this is the wildest shit I might have ever seen as a picture. This shit is crazy. The person that sat there, listen, lady, I don't know what your issue is too.
Like, oh my God,
Bro, this is making me nauseous, and I don't know if it's because of the coffee I just had, but how as a woman do you allow a child to even do this to you?
Yeah,
there's so many different layers wrong here.
Like
that it's insane.
Like I get waxed. I've been getting waxed consistently.
Is this a joke?
No.
Look at her hand holding her knee up.
Yeah.
This is crazy shit.
Like I've been getting waxed consistently since 17 to 18, right? If a child ever walked into that wax room, I would probably scream and be like, "What?" I wouldn't like, cause I know, obviously I get waxed, right? I literally just got waxed 2 weeks ago. like when you're sitting on that table and your legs are up like that, like you feel so exposed. I feel uncomfortable with a grown woman doing like waxing me, right? A child, how could you sit there and be comfortable with that? Like, bro, Alex, this. Oh
Bro, send the asteroid and blow this whole shit
like,
up and
like,
get us out of here.
24 different women sat there and allowed that.
Bro, what?
And yeah, some of them maybe were uncomfortable, but still, you still allowed it. Like,
send the asteroid and get rid of us. Honestly, that's really the only solution. There's no point in humans even being here anymore, bro. Like, I don't even know what are we doing? What is happening?
These are the kids that grew up.
This
in
is specific.
Homes.
Yeah, they grow up in broken homes.
Probably was
exposed
unfortunately was maybe might have been molested or something. So a lot of stuff they think is normalized.
Exposed to way too much stuff way too early on, and they grow up and they just been abused.
And then they're damaging a new generation.
And then they just go on a destructive path for the rest of their lives because of the stuff their parents did to them. This shit is so unacceptable.
She probably thinks this is normal. Like, nowhere in her mind she thinks this is inappropriate.
Yeah, because the posting, I'm going to get my kid's business. Like, what are we talking about? It's a 7-year-old kid, for God's sakes.
And you having
get your money yourself.
You're having that little girl exposed to genitalia. Like, that's crazy.
Randoms.
A grown woman. And I saw this TikTok of a girl who used to work in a waxing facility, and she said that she's seen so many disgusting things when she worked there, like women with pee stains, crusts on their legs. They said sometimes there used to be like poop, little balls.
I
like,
think I know what you're talking about.
You probably saw the girl.
Black lady?
Yeah. Like, that's the TikTok I saw that reminded me of this, and I was like, ill. First of all, ill, because why are women not washing themselves up? Like, a lot of women have bad hygiene.
Yo,
I will say that as a person that literally went to college with other women.
One day we got to talk about that.
Heard stuff from friends about other women, like stuff that they've seen. Women have really bad hygiene.
But you can't even say anything about that, because if you do, then it's like, then now that's another like point of attack that people can have against you, is that that you're attacking women. And
no, because first of all, if you're getting waxed, you should take a shower. If you can't get to a shower, then don't miss out a wax appointment. I always shower immediately before every wax appointment. Like, if I have stuff to do for the day, if I'm out and about, I'll still try to come home and jump in the shower real quick. Like, that's nasty. Like, you're nasty. That you're not gonna go clean yourself up before you have another person looking at your freaking vagina and your butt crack. Like, ew. But if you say these things, yeah. Oh, women, we have discharge. And it's not. Yeah, but there's also cleaning products for a reason. Like, don't let another woman have to deal with that. Like, that's messed up. Like, why you gonna have someone else have to deal with your stuff because you're a woman and you feel like, oh, it's natural. Like, no, pee stains on your leg is not natural. Little chunks of poop little turd bites or whatever, turd bits are not normal. Because, like, why aren't you wiping your butt? This is nasty. I can't even laugh because I'm coughing. But
this lady had.
I say all that to say that she had her 7-year-old potentially exposed to that. Out of those 24 women, I'm sure not every single one of them was spotless.
And even if they were.
Oh, another thing too I heard from that TikTok is period stains, which is even nastier because, like, if I'm on my period, I'm canceling my appointment. I've only ever got waxed once on my period. Remember, that's right before we went to Jamaica. My period came early. But I had a tampon in, and I put a fresh tampon in, and I tucked the string. It's just girls are so nasty. But yeah, wild that she let her daughter get potentially exposed to those things.
Even if she bro.
Yeah, even if she didn't get exposed.
Even if she didn't, like,
she's getting exposed to a woman grown body.
Yeah. On so many levels. I can't even, because I think about where I was at 7. I might have still been peeing on myself because I was too scared to go to the bathroom when I was 7.
I know, right? Like 7. How old were we? 3rd grade?
Nah, 2nd.
2nd. I
think.
Yeah.
Or maybe going.
Like, something like that. But
yeah. I wasn't doing that when I was 7. I think
when
I was 6.
5th grade. We were 5. We were in kindergarten. So yeah, like 2nd grade.
Well, yeah, 2nd grade. Yeah, I was actually 4 when I started kindergarten.
Yeah, me too. I turned 4. I mean, I turned 5 like a week after 9/11. My birthday was a week after 9/11.
Why?
So it was September.
I have so many questions about it, but like, I don't even care to know the answer, because no matter what the actual answers are, it's like you are ruining a child.
Yeah.
And some people, because
they shouldn't be seeing those things.
Because the thing is, when you have an audience, like, I can already tell that some of the people that will be watching this, there's going to be somebody out there that's defending it 100%. Because
they're going to say, oh, it's just the human body. We're all humans.
Shut up. Like, you are the scum of the earth.
And
like,
yeah, while we are all humans, it still should be up to that child to when they want to see those things. Like, you shouldn't, you shouldn't put that in their face and force them to view it. Like I discovered my own like sexuality stuff on my own.
And even if it wasn't the waxing, if it was literally anything, it could be anything. You should not have a child working from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I don't care what it was.
That's evil.
That's first and foremost.
Like,
you shouldn't even have your kid working for you at that age at all. I don't care what it was. That's first and foremost. And on top of that, it's a sexually suggestive thing that you have them doing.
Yeah.
And then you're also bragging about it.
And they're probably gonna question like why women are doing these things, which is gonna have her like think that like when she started growing hair, right? She's gonna maybe thinking that she shouldn't have it. Like she didn't think in her mind that that's what, like we're supposed to be getting rid of that hair. So it's like now you're almost like indoctrinating her, whatever that the mindset of
and you had
hair removal.
24 women let a little kid touch them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is crazy work.
Yeah, because I don't think people realize, like maybe men might not realize, but waxing is an intimate thing. Like when you're getting waxed, like literally the lady's touching my freaking like lips, like she's like the
because you got to make sure she gets all the
you got to get
the
the crevices. Like it's a very like it's not like I'm getting turned on by it because I'm not attracted to women first of all, and I'm just getting waxed. But it's like it's kind of like a sensual type of job. How you're touching, you're literally like your vagina, like you're touching your lips and all everything. Like so that's crazy. Like you have to touch the skin, you have to touch the whole area. And to feel comfortable with a little girl touching you is crazy. Like what? Like I feel like sometimes like I'm in like a dystopian.
But that's why I keep saying.
It's like I'm just so like confused.
Because they were saying how like NASA's trying to build this laser to shoot down asteroids if they come to Earth. Let it hit us.
Yeah.
Just let it blow us all up and just get rid of all this and we can start from scratch. Fresh. I don't think we should fight it. Just let it happen.
It's just scary.
It's weird times we're in. And
that's I'm like, who's the worst person in the situation, the clients or the mother?
The mother.
But the mother first and foremost, right? Because you should never even allow that.
Yeah, it
but the clients are just as weird, though.
The clients are weird too.
Crazy.
I don't know if I might want to put the clients as the weirder ones. It's the tough because it's a kid touching you, bro. Yeah. Like that shit is crazy.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like the mom is obviously horrible and wrong, but like it's not like the kids actually touching the clients. The clients are the ones that should have been like, no, I'm not allowing this.
I don't think anybody's understanding. Hopefully y'all are understanding.
Yeah, like let's grasp this.
I don't want to visualize it, but let's really grasp what this lady's post is. I have my 7-year-old daughter working 10 hours a day, touching 24 grown women's lady parts. And I'm posting about it and promoting it on social media as if it's a positive thing. Everything about this is wrong. I don't give a fuck about setting up generational wealth and giving businesses. I don't want to hear any of that shit from anybody that's co-signing this. You're a weirdo too, and you need to be put under the jail just with R. Kelly and all them other niggas too. Y'all are just as bad, and
literally,
you all are the scum of the earth, and are the reason why some of these terrible things happen to people because you put them on a destructive path for their future because you expose them to too many different things. And y'all could say I'm being dramatic about this, but I'm not. This is exactly how these kinds of things happen. And you're setting this child up for failure, being exposed to things too early, and then you're setting up other kids potentially to be put down to the same path too, because this kid is going to be messed up and then they're going to interact with other kids and mess them up too. So there's everything about this is wrong, and anybody supporting it, you're a weirdo, and y'all need to be buried under the jail too, because you being a part of this society is making it worse. And the world would be a better place without y'all.
No, for real. Yeah, because the birds are going to be like, y'all just single-minded. She setting her kid up for success. Sorry, I always do my voices.
Yeah, all right, Epstein, go ahead.
It's like, what? Like, that's why it be scaring me when people like don't see deeply into things. It's almost like the same thing with the situation we were talking about with like the 18-year-old dating that Boston Richie. It's like people are so like, well, I did it. I dated an older man too. It's like
it's the same
people
thing.
Are just so.
It's the same thing with R. Kelly. Like I feel like people still aren't even grasping that part. Like I think I saw it was like Boozy or somebody posted like, oh, if R. Kelly didn't get in trouble, then he would have killed the Super Bowl performance. But I'm like, bro, like why are people not grasping?
Get in trouble? Like, do we not realize what he did?
What he did, like that's the thing. Like I feel like people like so like undermined what exactly he's done to people. That is crazy. Just because you like somebody's songs, like that's like the most psychotic thing to me.
Especially when you're paying yourself. Boozy
that's the thing. If if that was your child, oh dear God, scorched earth.
Yeah.
If that was your child, but because you like somebody's songs, because you like the way they harmonize, if they remake through anything, like like just because you like that so much, you don't care that a child and multiple women, dozens of women were abused, and you don't care about that, and you want to
including
co-sign
everybody,
it.
those artists everybody
Like,
loves so
y'all
much.
weird,
Everybody
bro.
loves
Like,
Aaliyah, but you guys.
Then if you love him so much, go to jail with him then, because
Yeah.
you part of the problem. You're the reason why women are able to get abused out here, and men are able to go through life without being held accountable for it. So y'all not any better.
Yeah, it's sad.
And I'm done
Vicious
before I start
cycle.
throwing shit around
A
this room.
vicious cycle. And it's like seeing these cycles not get broken is what's most disheartening for me, right? Because you would hope that everybody's learning from like the past and learning from all these situations, and we have social media which spreads messages better and faster than we ever been able to before. And it's like to still in real time see trauma and cycles continuing. It's like very just like crazy to me.
Why won't people just admit that they hate their kids?
I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily hate, but I just think it's like I think
They
like I
hate their
said,
kids.
selfishness. It's like the view of them, like we were saying with the last topic, the viewing them as like a prop, like they're just a doll, like a doll. They're subhuman. Like I don't think a lot of parents view their children as humans with their own thoughts, personalities, feelings, emotions, desires. Like they just view them as props. Like like when the parents be forcing their kids to eat stuff that they don't like, it's like they don't like it. You wouldn't want someone forcing you to eat something you don't like. So it's like I don't understand that concept of not viewing their child as a human.
It's such a common sense way of thinking too. That's the weird part about it.
Just put yourself in their shoes. And we were all kids at one point, knowing what our parents did that stuff and we hated it. So why do you want to keep perpetuate it?
I know it's Black History Month, so I don't want to completely destroy our community.
No, we're going to destroy the community every day because that's helping. That's going to help our community. Destroying it is going to... No, for real.
I'll roll it. Let's destroy the community.
Calling them out on it is going to fix it. Like, so we should want to even talk down on our community during Black History Month because we're trying to fix it. We're only talking down because we want it to be better.
Yeah, we see the skin tone of this woman that was in here.
Yeah.
These were, I can't tell if it's multiple women. This is crazy as fuck.
No, for real.
You should really delete these out the
no, because that's what I didn't realize. Like, I'm like, wait, hold up. These, especially when people were talking about it, like it's considered CP. I was like,
look at this shit. Do you see her hand?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. This is just wild. Like,
I haven't even cursed as much on a podcast ever, but like this is one of those things that.
And another thing too is like she's eye level with it. Like when I get waxed, like as an adult, right? You're not eye level with my vagina. Like she's looking down at it, right? But like she's literally eye level with it. That's probably such a disgusting, nasty view. Like I would be traumatized. Like that's the thing. I didn't even realize that, right? Like she's literally eye level.
I don't know. I would have assumed.
Usually, this is like my wax lady is like her head's like up here.
I wouldn't have guessed that, but
yeah, it's pretty high. Like the way I'm laying, like the view is like this, and like she looks down because like she has her little glasses on with like little magnifier. She does. She has like a little shield thing.
Hold up.
I don't know if all wax people do that, but mine does. Like
so she has like a OBGYN.
She has like a little like glasses that kind of like looks like I think it maybe zooms in so she sees like more details.
Like when that guy was like bringing Woody back to life in Toy Story, like when he had the magnifying glass.
She does it when she like goes in to get like when she uses the tweezers to put like the small hairs.
Gotcha, that makes
probably
sense.
just to really see.
Huh.
But like she's not really eye level.
guessed.
Like she bends over a little bit and kind of like gets in there, but like not like how that picture was. She's just not eye level with it.
But when she has to tweeze, she pulls out a telescope.
Yeah, she has like the little glasses with a little thing. And it's like.
Gotcha. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I keep reading like you never obviously seen what getting wax looks like.
I'll come next time.
Can you imagine? They probably would never allow that, right?
No, probably not. I would like to learn though. I will actually.
It would be interesting for you to see. So you
Save
actually,
some money.
save me $50. Pay $50 every time. Well, I don't pay $50 every time I have my wax pass, but still, I pay like $600 a year just to get waxed.
Yeah. But anyway, lady, you're sick. I hope CPS. Never mind. Anyway, anything else you have on this one?
Wait, did I say $600? I think I paid $400, $500. But, I mean, I feel like there's not a lot to say with this. I feel like people I'm in shock. I'm in shock. And I just feel like I like to speak on these topics just to like spread awareness because it's like we need to get these type of people out of here. These type of people need to be like persecuted and like criticized because like they need to be called out. And if the police are involved, I'm wondering what's the next steps because people are thinking like CPS, yeah. Like I'm wondering what's gonna happen because like even the waxing aside, like child labor is like not no joke. Like why you have your kid working?
Mm-hmm.
and talking about, oh, I'm putting her money in her account, but did she ask you to go to work? Like she didn't. Like she's first of all, even if
You
she
put
did
the
ask,
money in your account from you working.
she's probably lying in that. And second of all, even if she did ask, like legally, she can't do that. You can't have a child working. Like I had to freaking sign paperwork to work when I was 15. Like I had to go to my school, my high school, and get them like the sign stuff because like this those laws are very like iffy, and you have to get like clearance and stuff. Like I had to literally get like paperwork signed when I was 15. I think when I turned 16, it was like a different rules, but I was 15 for like a good month, you know. And I was like still iffy. And Mira was working at 14, and she had to sign a whole bunch of paperwork because she got her job at Rita's when she was 14. So it's crazy out here. But yeah, these type of people need to get off the streets, and we need to like that's why like you know these type of topics we talk about them to spread the word, and so people could get called out for this, and so people can know that's wrong. They should know that's wrong, but a lot of people are just like I said, they're products of their own environment, so they might not even realize what they're doing. But I don't know. For me, I just can't conceptualize people not knowing right from wrong. Like sometimes I just get really scared and confused about the type of brains that are like we're coexisting with. No, literally, we're coexisting with a lot of like damaged brains. Like when you really think about it, and I'm scared. So I like staying home.
Yep.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens next. I'm gonna keep updated with it. Like save that girl. But then the sad part is too, like you think about now that you know, girl's gonna go into the, you know, she gets if CPS does take her right now, you're in the system and like you just, you know, it's just a vicious cycle. Like now you're just could be exposed to more traumas and stuff because the foster care system is not like a good place to be in either. So, you know, it goes back to our original topic. Like, just don't have these kids if you're not ready to be a mom. I wish there was a way like to prevent people from having kids that just like.
All right, now you've gone to
no. I mean,
to
like,
Nazi territory.
Oh my God, yeah, no, that's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
No, I mean like you gotta take like a freaking competency test to be able to have
right.
kids. Yeah, but
I'm gonna save you.
Look, now they're taking
right.
what do they call it?
Let's move on.
What's it called?
Stop it.
No, I'm saying I'm laughing at myself. What's the word?
No. Goodbye.
Body autonomy. No, I'm saying as I say,
autonomy.
Help me say it.
Don't touch my breeds.
I said the word body.
Let's sound it out.
Autonomy.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that sounds crazy. Yeah, we can't be doing no body autonomy. So obviously, but it'd just be funny if there was like a way that you
No, it will not be funny. Stop talking.
No, I mean like
stop talking.
Scientifically. I mean scientifically. Like your body couldn't produce kids if you were like.
All right, stop talking so we can move on.
The brain power.
Stop talking so we can move on.
Stop! Don't interrupt me.
Why you want to put your you put your hands on me?
Oh my God! I'm gonna
call it out every time.
I didn't even touch you. I did this. I didn't touch you.
Well, in other news, this definitely blew up social media. I at least saw most of the reaction from TikTok, but basically, Bossman D-Lo, who is a bubbling, trending rapper, who released a song.
Get it with me?
Yeah.
Get it with me? What's it called?
Which is taking over TikTok because he was talking about on the 50th floor eating hibachi, which you actually talked about.
And this song I think was number one for a minute until Kanye dropped.
Yeah.
But then I think it still might be number one though because, you know, the whole stuff with them removing the album Vultures. But Carnival was like taking the spot, I think.
Yeah, so he has a very unique flow, his freestyles and songs. Mm-hmm. Very unique, so he's on the come up, but one of the people that was very much responsible for the song going viral was someone named Tia Kemp. You're more familiar with who she is than I am.
I actually never knew who she was until the song.
Oh.
Like I saw people circulating that video and like in the picture of her, like people have been posting pictures of her like wearing these outfits and stuff. I'm like, who is this girl? I never knew her, but apparently she's like Rick Ross's baby mom. One of her baby moms. And I never heard of her. Like actually, like I might have heard of her in passing, it just didn't realize. But yeah, apparently she's one of his baby mothers.
Yeah.
Never heard of her though. But obviously everybody was like going crazy over her lives and her playing this song. Because they thought that she was just very funny. They said she seems like cracked out. Like she just seems like she just like goofy. And the song just went crazy because the whole like eating hibachi and how she was like doing the dance moves. You know?
Yeah. Well, basically, Tia Kemp did a bit of revenge porn on Boss Man D-Lo because I think that he went on a publication platform basically saying that she was trying to DM him and like
Yeah.
get with him.
Yeah, I don't know like the full story. I don't know. We should be doing our due diligence.
Journalistic
Yeah.
research.
But I do like that. That's basically like the like premise of it was that, yeah, like he was trying to say like she was trying to get at him.
Yeah, so it
And
says
she
that
was like, no.
it says that he went on Clubhouse to accuse her of trying to sleep with him, which she then denied. And she said that he was actually trying to get her in the music video. So a bunch of hearsay. He say, she
That would have
say.
been major if she was in it.
Yeah. So basically, because he allegedly lied, we don't really know. Obviously, I don't think anybody posted any proof or anything like that. But basically, in response to this, which is like an insane response,
Yeah.
she basically did some revenge porn, and I don't know how she got access to this or who sent her this information, but she's in the life, I would assume. So somebody maybe that she knows sent her a video of him asleep,
Yeah.
fully naked,
Yeah.
and also a picture of some explicit acts of him getting his lower region taken care of from the back.
He was getting the Janae Aiko treatment.
So obviously, get it how you live. We can't judge any of that part. But what
I'm not be judging.
what I want to break down specifically is like, first of all, this is like one of the most extreme reactions to an accusation, like a relatively minor accusation I've ever seen. If he lied, and let's just say he did, him lying about you trying to get at him, and your response to that is to leak nude pictures.
It kind of actually makes you look crazy.
And videos.
I feel like sometimes when people lash out like that, they're guilty.
And they have like a mental illness to me.
Well, clearly she seems a little unhinged.
I can't tell sometimes if those things is like a character thing.
Yeah.
If people are playing a character or if they're really like that.
Or she's something really off for her.
But either way, it doesn't matter, because to me, if you play a character that's crazy, like you might as well just be crazy too, because there's so many other different
things you want to do for
angles.
money, yeah.
There's so many different other angles you could have. But what I wanted to tackle on this from a man's standpoint, because while I think, thinking off the top of my head, there's probably more double standards that benefit men than women. If I'm saying that right? Women don't get the same level of double standards that men do. So they suffer worse. Hopefully I worded that properly. But this is one of those things where women get so much of a benefit because, I don't know, from a legal aspect, she's gonna be destroyed because there's no refuting what she did. So
doesn't he have to press charges though, something, right? Or
he does.
Could they do like a civil suit, like where it's like Tia Kemp versus the people?
Yeah, like this is a walk in the park.
Yeah,
legally,
if prosecutors wanted to prosecute it.
Yeah,
they could just prosecute her versus like the
that
people,
I don't
right?
know.
The state.
That I don't know if he would have to do it.
Or he might have to do it since he's like the victim.
But regardless, if he did, she's gonna be ruined. Like that's one of those things where like
that's not funny.
Yeah. So from a legal aspect, she definitely ruined herself, because if you wanted to pull that trigger, it's a wrap for her and whatever money that she has. So on that part. But the part I wanted to focus on specifically is the revenge porn part, because if a man ever in his right mind put out videos or pictures of a woman while she was asleep or doing some sort of sexual act with her, and I don't want to use any specific rappers or singers, but if you take any woman rapper or singer and somebody went on live and then showed videos of them sleep and exposed this type of shit, I think the world might have detonated.
Yeah.
Regardless of how famous that person is, that would be literally insane.
Yeah.
But she was getting so much ha-ha, kiki, laughing and support and all that kind of other shit. And it's just insane that we live in a world where that stuff is okay.
Yeah, and just seeing how everybody's like laughing at him and stuff, right? Well, like, let it be a woman. It's like always body positivity. Let it be a woman and with some ugly vagina. And the internet and everybody laughing at it. The internet would be ablaze. But we're allowed to laugh at his penis and the size.
Well, I don't know what people are laughing at, but
They're laughing at that because they're saying that it's a shrimp, it's tiny, and even he responded back saying that, yeah, I have a shrimp, but my money's long. So he's like laughing at himself too.
okay.
So they're laughing at the size because it was small. I mean, I don't know if some people are the whole growers, not showers. I don't know what that's like, but I just hear about that, and yeah. So that's the one thing they make fun of is the size, and then the other thing, obviously, they're saying, oh, no wonder why his name is D-Lo. They're saying because he's on the DL because him getting his butt ate, which that was always kind of a dumb thing to me because I feel like if a man's doing something with a woman, how does that make them gay?
You know what's insane?
I don't know. People have their own perceptions, but I don't think anything to do with your butt makes you gay. But unless you were doing it with a man,
I should never see TikToks of men reacting to other men's
but
stuff getting leaked
yeah.
because the Drake that was the weirdest
God,
shit ever. The Drake thing was like, because it's like, at what point? It's like whenever I say we should bring bullying back, this should be one of those examples because never on the World Wide Web should men ever be making comments and TikToks for likes talking about another man's genitalia. In this instance,
the Drake thing was so gas too.
What we're doing,
never talked about that, but that was like, I need people to relax, like act like you've been here before.
Well, I wouldn't know. I didn't.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, like what?
People are so crazy over. Like it's
okay. I don't care.
I'm just saying, it's just people.
Never in a world should men be making TikToks. First of all, like, come on, bro. Like, bring bullying back.
It,
yeah,
right?
and like what? Like even making jokes. Like there's certain shit that you like really shouldn't even joke about. To me, because it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird shit. Like I don't know. But
yeah,
I saw
those were the two major things: the size and the act that he was partaking in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like, like I said, if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was some ugly looking.
Let's take a step back. Even if it wasn't, even if it was just none of all of that other stuff, just a simple act of recording somebody nude while they're sleeping and then
to distribute it
and then putting it out.
Yeah.
Like if a man ever did that, bro, I swear the internet would never let it sleep.
Even if it's not like that video was sent to the internet, but the fact that whoever made that video sent it probably to other people and sent it to Tia, like that's still weird. Like distributing it amongst your friends and stuff.
It's weird
like,
shit.
Like you said, if a guy did that and was sending out, cause girls already get mad when guys send nudes around.
Yeah.
But then this was okay. Like
it is weird. I don't know what type of era we're in, but I think it's really unfortunate.
It's crazy.
I think two different things here. Let's assume he did lie, and I don't want to say that he did because I don't know, obviously. But let's say he did.
Mm-hmm.
If he did, that's weird. Like,
yeah.
Because I saw something similar where I think ATL Jacob was telling a story about trying to get the sample clear for Thames. And he was saying how Thames didn't want to clear the sample until she heard like Drake was going to get on it or Future was going to get on it or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Thames was like, wait a second, time out. That is 100% not what happened. So I don't know what happened with that scenario either, but I'm going to assume Thames was telling the truth there.
Yeah.
But it's like the lying about stuff.
Lying is just so weird.
When it's like unhinged, like not unhinged, what's the word? It's like
unprovoked.
Unprovoked lying. Like nobody asked.
Yeah.
Whether she like hit you up or anything, like nobody asked for that. So let's assume he did lie about that. That would be very weird for him to do.
And it would be messed up because she is a big part of why the song is doing what it's doing.
Right.
She's helping you with your success, and you're a lie.
And if he didn't lie, then she looks even crazier.
And if he didn't lie, he still could have kept that to himself.
Right.
But she definitely looks probably even crazier though.
Yeah, she would.
Like, whoa, you really lashed out. Like, you really don't want people to know this.
If she really did, me personally, I'm not much of a chatty Cathy, so I would have kept that to myself. But
there's no reason.
Everybody can do what they want, so whatever. But regardless of what happens, she looks absolutely insane, and I don't know, man. We just
like regardless of response.
That's a lot, like very unnecessary.
And the fact that it's just so normalized and accepted, right? Like no one, I didn't really see anybody calling her out on it. I might have seen a few tweets of people saying like, oh, so this is acceptable because it's a woman exposing a man. Like maybe seen like 3 tweets about that, but most of the TikToks and tweets were just people laughing about it. And like it's just kind of crazy. Like I'm like, I don't understand why people view men as subhuman and like that stuff is not damaging, to body image. Like there's you guys are still humans. Like the same way that damages women is definitely damaging him. Like yeah, he's laughing about it, but he's probably really hurt. Like
no, because that's trash.
Like imagine something that you have no control over your body. And you have a whole bunch of people just laughing and commenting on it.
But it's not. It's,
but let all these women their news get exposed with their bad shapes and crazy looking assets. Like they'll be crying. If they were like a lot of people dish stuff that they can't take themselves.
Yeah, because I'm down to be like, okay, take a picture of yours and let's
analyze you.
Now we're gonna compare.
Let's see if the call's coming from inside the house.
Yeah, let's take a look at yours. Yeah. But you're not gonna put it out, right? So it's like that kind of thing. Like I'm so principled in like, in my way of thinking, and people just really aren't. Like I would never.
A lot of people can't dish what they give out. Like that's why a lot of them hide behind fake profiles. Like it's.
That's why I feel like, and I still feel like they should do this. They should have everybody's social media tied to a government ID.
They should.
So people can't have these fake profiles and get that self-confidence.
I mean, it is still tied to your IP address if the police did run like.
Yeah, if the police wanted to, but I don't care. I want to know who's behind this profile of this random account that has 0 followers and whatever. Like, nah, I want to hold you accountable. Like, don't be pussy. Like, if you have something to say, then speak up and say it to somebody's face.
Yeah.
And some people have said. Some people will have their actual profiles and still make these comments and they'll put their LMAOs.
But a lot of people don't. Like you go to their page and it's like a celebrity or it's just no using profile.
Yeah, I could somewhat understand it for a celebrity to be able to do that because anything they do is going to be magnified times 10 million. But like nobody cares about you. Like you're mad regular. Like you're not even popping in your local vicinity. So nobody cares about what you got going on. So to me, the whole idea of having fake accounts and fake names and all that stuff is mad. It's like so weird to me. Like that's like the softest thing you could possibly do to me, in my opinion, because stand on it. If you want to talk shit, if you want to go ahead and creep, do that. Like stand on it then. Like be on your own account. Like that's so soft to hide behind the internet and talk crazy behind a profile and be able to say whatever you want, and then you get the key in the back because people can't really identify who you are. Like that's like the softest thing in the world to me.
They probably look very crazy.
And people get that off all day long, and they get off their jollies because their life is probably shitty. To me, my life is perfect, so I don't feel the need to have. I don't get jubilation. I don't get off. I don't get my rocks off on sitting behind fake profiles and talking shit to people all day. Yeah. When probably all the money he's made off of this song, probably so far, probably he's probably gonna make more money off this song just in itself than probably, I would put it close to maybe at least 80% of Americans' lifetime earnings.
Wow.
So
because the song's it's been up for a while, and it's gonna probably stay up on these charts for like probably the next month or so.
And all the touring he'll still be able to do. His life is gonna go on. It's not gonna matter, and not that money means everything, but it's just weird to me that people get the confidence to hide behind a profile and be able to say whatever they want. Because somebody like me, I'm gonna sit on this podcast. You're gonna see my face. You're gonna get my opinion, and you can go back historically and look at everything I've ever said on this podcast and reference it at any time. Because I'm not soft. I'll say my opinion on here, and I don't care. Like, go ahead. You go pull back the footage. Yeah. Go give us our views too while you're at it. You could pull up any commentary. I don't have Twitter, so you can't pull up tweets. You could pull up any of these things. I'm not gonna hide my face. I'm not hiding behind some anonymous page.
Even when we make
giving
insults
my opinion.
Too. Even when our insults are not coming from inside the house. Like I could say certain things because that's not my reflection of me. So if I'm coming at you for something, know that it's not an issue for me.
Yeah, y'all weird. And she weird.
And that's what I feel like a lot of people, especially like with the body shaming and stuff, like they look crazy because like you're scared to even show who you are. That's what sometimes when people be talking to me crazy, I'd be going like on Twitter, I'd be like sometimes there'll be like guys trying to say something right, and I'd be like, you don't even have like, where's your pictures? You scared to even show yourself.
If you're a man and you have a fake, if you're not famous and you're a man,
sometimes not even a fake page. It's just a page, their own personal page, but they don't have any profile picture, and it's like they're active on it.
Gotcha.
But their whole media is gifs and reaction memes.
It's just weirdos, bro.
Yeah. You're scared to even put your own face on the profile, and you're gonna talk about people.
And you're talking to women too.
Yeah.
And
we look like my whole thing is too. Stats don't lie. So if you look at the stats, the average person is certain height, certain weight, certain look. So it's like a lot of these people who are saying these things. Like I said, the call's coming from inside the house. Like you're body shaming another person, but you probably 9 times out of 10 probably look crazy yourself. You know,
Yeah.
the average person is not attractive.
The internet has become a petri dish for a bunch of trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like you said. I actually like the the idea of like some type of like you have to have your profile picture or something has to have like a self-identifying picture or something.
No, I want government IDs linked to the account so that we know that you're not just taking somebody else's.
Well, you can't have someone's address.
It doesn't have to be. Well, like,
what do you mean? Like how will we know? Like we don't know the person's full name.
Like somehow connect. Like the government can make X have some partnership with the government, and you have to input your driver's license, for example. So we know this particular driver's license is attached as a government ID is attached to this account, so we know exactly who this person is.
You would be able to see a person's driver's license?
No, you wouldn't be able to see it, but I'm saying at least from a profile perspective, that this is a verified actual person.
Oh yeah.
And that if you don't,
well, they're all verified people, but it's just
they're verified based off of the fact people could verify themselves based on the fact that they just pay for X.
No, but I mean like every person behind a profile, unless it's a bot, is a real person.
No, I know, but I'm saying that like, are you trying to say like because
like them verifying their account or license, they could still have a fake page if that information isn't public to the person.
They could. Let's make it public.
Yeah, but
not the license, but let's make the names public.
Yeah, because realistically, like, why are you on a social media network if you're scared to have your real name out there? Like, obviously, where you live, all that stuff can be private, but having somebody's real name doesn't seem like
let's just pull the real names.
Yeah, that's not like a security hazard because our real names are posted all the time. When we graduate high school, our real names are posted all on the school's website and on like the local news channels.
I know you have 90 like spam emails and fake accounts and shit like that.
I don't have no spam.
But is that not like the softest thing in the world? Like it's still baffling to me. It's so soft.
First of all, 90, you're making up stuff. I have Instagram. I have my personal page. I have my makeup page. I have our podcast page, and I have one like burner account. But I only use that account specifically so like if I'm looking up something, so I'm not on my profile like accidentally liking something, because like, yeah, you could say that's soft, but I don't want to like look crazy like liking something on my own personal profile.
Soft. And
on Twitter, first my fake page I had on Twitter, actually it wasn't even a fake page. Remember, we made it in college and it was just a page to try to get like followers on, but then now I just use it for the same reason. If I'm like
soft. Yeah,
but I don't really use it to like fight people. Like I don't use it for that reason, or to come for people or to make fun of people. I don't do that. Like I do that on my own Twitter. Like, look, I just added somebody today who had like 3 replies from an 8-hour post. Like I would post stuff on my own, but if I do feel like somebody could potentially try to like target my job or something, then yeah.
So you're soft.
No, but I barely do that. You know that, babe.
They can't target your job on here.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
But I don't talk as crazy as I do sometimes, like if I'm seeing certain tweets. But that's I literally barely do that. Like literally, like maybe more so in college, I was more active in those type of things, but not really now. Like I said, I use them literally just for if I'm like looking up something or like trying to find something and like I don't want to use my own page or like, you know. That's crazy to you?
Insane to me.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, but you wouldn't like imagine you're on your personal Instagram and you're like looking up something because you're just trying to figure out something and then like you accidentally like.
What am I trying to figure out?
I don't know if you're just trying to like.
There's nothing on Instagram where I should be figuring out or investigating anything.
Yeah, no, at this point in life, no. But like sometimes like Alex will send me something, right, and like I don't follow the person. I'm like, I don't want to watch this on my page because like I look like a weirdo, so I'll just use my thing. Because like she'll send me somebody's story, but I'm like, I don't want to watch it on my profile picture because they're gonna be like, ew, why is she watching my story?
Soft.
So I'll go to the other page.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. So. Yeah, honestly, hopefully she gets him out of here. He gets her out of here.
Yeah.
Take all her money. Because I think men that do that same thing should be put under the jail too, personally. Because I think it's just weirdo shit. Like anything that I wouldn't do, I feel like is weirdo shit. And I know that sounds crazy because I'm not saying like I'm a perfect person, but like there's so many different avenues you could have taken. Like there's so many different things that you could have taken like actions wise that doesn't result in that. And I feel like you exposing somebody in a vulnerable time, especially because like they were asleep. Like if he was awake, even I don't judge that as hard. But like he's literally sleeping vulnerable, and I just put myself in the opposite position. if I was a man in bed with a woman doing that, I would never I wouldn't even do that if I just kept it to myself. Like, that is like the weirdest shit in the world to me. So when people do stuff like this, I judge it so much harder because I wouldn't do it.
Weird too.
You're mad because he beat. So like, what are we recording?
Like, you're laying right in bed with him. So.
Yeah, you're going right back to the hood after that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's just a weird concept. And like I said, the main thing is I'm not a big fan of body shaming people off things that they can't control. Like, if you can control it, yeah, I'm gonna body shame you. So like, if you are like a huge, then yeah, I might body shame you.
If you are huge,
I might body shame you because put the food down. Like, you have control of that. Go to the gym. But I'm not gonna like body shame somebody over like attributes that they can't control. Like, you can't control like your penis size. You can't control your height. You can't control your feet size. But if you are tubby and rolling around, then yeah, I might.
Rolling.
Yeah, I might judge you.
Rolling around. Mm-hmm. Forever rolling.
I might judge you because food is not that good. Put the donuts down. Put down the double Big Mac. Put down the fries.
Double Big Mac. What's on the double Big Mac?
I know. I just saw it on Twitter.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's called the double big. Someone said they say if you eat the double Big Mac, you're going to get a double Big Mac. She been here on TikTok. It's the new thing. So it's two Big Macs on stacks on top of each other. Yeah, look it up. I think it just came out.
That's got to be 6 pieces of bread because a regular Big Mac has 3 pieces.
I think so, yeah.
All right, let's move on.
So no, that's what I judge. Like, so I judge stuff like that. I'm not gonna judge somebody on their height because they can't control that. I'm not gonna judge you on your meat size. I'm not gonna judge you on your boob size. Even on boob size could grow if you get big too. But
and that doesn't even mean anything.
That doesn't mean nothing.
That doesn't mean anything to
feet size. I'm not gonna judge any of that. But
the women attributes don't mean the same thing that they do to a man. Like the size of your butt or the size of your breast.
They don't, but I feel like some guys still would prefer.
They will, but it still also doesn't have. Like, it's almost like you can't shame it in the same way, I feel like.
Yeah, because the thing is, regardless, the inside is going to feel generally the same from woman to woman. Not always.
Because it's not comparable.
Yeah, because as a man, like, that's everything for, like, when it comes to like, sex, like, that's controls what
where it starts
sex
and ends.
is. Yeah, it's the penis. So it's like, if it's bigger, if it's smaller, it would affect the experience. So men are usually more judged on that. But as a woman, you could be shaped all different types of ways, but the inside is still going to be generally be like good unless you're not taking care of yourself or you're just something's wrong. But
yeah,
that's why for women or just from anybody, like I said, I don't like that body shaming stuff. But I will shame you on something that you got control of.
Yeah.
Sorry, I will.
And to all those LMAOs,
post your
pics and let's judge.
Yeah,
send it to the Reddit.
Send it to our email.
Send it to our email. We'll open it up. We'll
give you a rating.
We won't post it on the video, obviously, but we can judge them here.
We'll give a rating.
We'll give a rating on how it looks.
Men and women too, because men might have been laughing and they got a little shrimpy themselves.
No, men do not send anything to the email.
So you want women to send? So you're encouraging women to send their nudes over
men? Yes.
You shouldn't want to see it either.
You gave the idea of putting out the podcast email. You put the group email out.
I want to see what these girls look like. Let me see if they look as good as they're trying to act like.
And please expound on that. What do you want to see from them specifically?
I just want to see if their body looking nice. If the way they talking.
It would be interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people really be gassing themselves up, like for real. Like I think a lot. Cause I hear it all the time, especially like women, like they be talking this big game or talking down to people, but then I hear like how they perform in the bedroom is like guys say that all the time. They'd be like, oh, like their worst sexual experiences sometimes have been with like women that you would think will be like top tier, or like they talk a big game. And, like this shit is like a cactus. And it stinks.
All right, let's move on.
No, but bro, like that's like we
gotta move on.
I've heard that.
Like, where'd you hear that from? Who told you that? The internet told you?
Yeah, I do see like that being like a conversation, like it's a real thing. I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
No wait, didn't we saw that too on like a podcast? Somebody said that.
Yeah, we saw it on the podcast.
Like Rory Moss, somebody said that. Like that's like a real thing. Like baddies like will be like.
Be
mid.
It's okay. Go ahead, cough.
I can't.
Get it out.
I can't talk.
Anyway, we're back.
Yes.
You got all the coughs out?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good?
I think so. Hopefully by next weekend.
Because I don't want to be in
coughs.
here mixing and EQing your coughs.
Hopefully by next weekend I'm done coughing. Let's pray.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bash black women. Kidding.
Let's change the podcast topic to black women.
This is all about black women, this whole podcast.
It's sometimes about other women too.
Well, yeah, the last one was about women in general.
The reason why I feel it ends up always coming to these topics is because unfortunately a lot of women, and especially like our women, just are perpetuating a lot of really crazy like mindsets that they're spewing onto the internet, and like it's like a disease. It's just spreading. So it's like every time I'm scrolling, you're just seeing something new, a new thing that they're coming out with, a new mindset, a new trend, a new something, and it's just very crazy. Like I feel like it's like we're watching like mental illness like manifest in real time. So it's like there's just endless topics because there's always something happening with our community, especially women, and like this stuff that they're pushing.
That's why I wish that Twitter would have gotten like just would have went bankrupt. Like it kind of sucks that Elon bought it because I feel like Twitter we could have gone without Twitter, and obviously these comments will still exist in Instagram Reels and TikTok and everything else, but Twitter specifically, like the more we can get rid of social media, the more I think it's beneficial personally. Yeah.
Because all it is spreading these ideals, and they're spreading like you could see the way you could see it spreading.
You can see it.
It's like it just have it just go into the real world sometimes too. Because people always say, "Oh, go into the real world," but sometimes when you go into the real world, it's there translating into the real world. And like for me, biggest indicators are like just hanging around people. Listen to how they talk. Like lots of times, even the lingo that we're saying right is from the internet.
Period. Per.
People like just saying TikTok sounds out loud. Like we're very like we don't realize how far gone we are until you really are around people and like the things that they're saying. Like because you ever be around people who always are using buzzwords or always like speaking like they talking TikTok phrases. No, literally, and like it's scary. And then like another thing that's really indicative is be around some older adults who are on the internet.
Oh Lord!
I'm like, whoa, like that's what scares me the most. Like sometimes, I don't know if my mom's listening to this, but like sometimes she'll say stuff, and I'm like, whoa, like you got that from like a TikTok you probably saw. Like some of the stuff that she's saying, like I never heard her talk about these things or have these ideas. And like in one way, I do get it, right? Like good knowledge is spreading on the internet, and good mindsets. Maybe a lot of older adults, the mindsets that they are so like grounded in are changing, and maybe they're seeing things different from a different perspective. And I do always open the idea of women straying away from some of like traditional stuff that was harmful to them. Like lots of times, like the women at home were getting abused by their husbands and were like, they're being the home provider, right, and a home builder, but are like fighting and dealing with depression and stuff at home. So I do obviously open the idea of changing the mindset, leaving horrible relationships instead of staying. Obviously, I'm open to that. So sometimes it is good to see our parents being more open-minded about stuff like that because of stuff that they're hearing. But then also you can see the damage of like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, like I'm the prize. Like sometimes when I start hearing some of that stuff, I'm like, all right, now you sound too much like the internet. Because like we talked about this before, I don't think anybody's a prize in a relationship. I think two good people for each other are both a mutual prize for each other. But I hate the whole trying to outweigh who's the more important in a relationship, who's the better person, who's the catch, who's the prize. Because for me, I don't believe in that. I feel like like people who are mutually beneficial for each other should create a union, and that's it. Like it shouldn't be like a competition. Like so sometimes she'll say stuff, I'm like, is this a little bit of a bird brain type of thing that you're perpetuating to me right now? Because you probably heard it from a TikTok. So it does worry me because it's like you're seeing it in real time. Like a lot of these mindsets manifest.
Do you think I'm the prize?
I think we are both the prize for each other. Because I think we both are educated people. So I think education-wise, we're on the same level, like both master's degree level.
I think you might be above me.
No, I don't think.
I think you got yours first, so to me that's more impressive.
No. Doesn't matter who got it first. We both have.
I think it does.
No, we both have our masters.
When did I get mine? 25, 26? I was 26, right? Yeah. 25. 25. Yeah. Gotcha. I don't even remember. That was so long ago at this point.
Yeah, it's 2022.
Crazy. Yeah, it was.
Or 2020.
It was 2022.
Yeah. We both are attractive people. We both.
I disagree. I'm hideous.
No, yeah. We both make good money. We both have cars that we got literally the same year. So we both drive nice cars, like our own cars. Yours is paid off. Mine will be paid off in 4 months. I actually owe $2,500 left. Almost done. I did the thing the other day. So I feel like we're both like, you know, mutual the prize for each other. Like I don't believe in like, I do think there are women and men out there who definitely are a lot lower level and they get men or women that are way above their league. But I wouldn't necessarily say they're the prize. I would say that they, you know, yeah, maybe they got a good person and they got like a catch, like people like to say. But I don't want, you know, I just feel like everything is such a competition. And I feel like men and women, they both sometimes push these narratives online that we're so far different from each other. When in reality,
Really
we're not that much. We're just humans. Like people make things so complex and make things more complex than they really are. Like at the end of the day, like it's not this battle between men and women. It's not like, I hate like on the internet too, like, oh, men are this or men are that, like, or like, you know, all the magazines they used to sell to us when we were kids, like how to attract a man, how to attract a woman. Like why are we trying to make it seem like everything's such a blanketed statement? Like why all men act a certain way, all women act a certain way, and it's never. Let me look at a person on an individual basis and say like not all like, because somebody just said the other day that Beyonce was wearing like a sheer outfit. Oh, I thought high value men don't like their woman dressing like this. I'm like, can we still look at things from an individual basis? Some high value men might not want their woman dressed like that, but some might like that.
Am I allowed to say the B word?
People are just dumb. Like
Can
people
I say the B word?
Yeah, you can.
B word, you ain't Beyonce.
No, that's first and foremost. But I just feel like, don't you feel like a lot of people don't look at things on a granular basis? They don't look at people on an individual case by case basis. They just put these things like, oh, men are all this, all black men are this, all white men are this. Like they view like, especially women, they view each, like they view men as like a group,
A unit,
yeah, instead of trying to get to know a person and what they like, what they don't like. Like even I saw a tweet today where there's like these 3 women who are like wearing a lot of like Chanel, and this guy was like, see, quiet luxury is not a thing. Like a lot of people who have true wealth, they're not quiet with their luxury. I'm like, no, there's a lot of people there are a lot of wealthy people who are flashy, and there's wealthy people who aren't flashy. Like there's not a singular way that you have to act. Like I feel like that's what people need to stop thinking, that there's a singular way to things. Like nothing is singular. There's too many perspectives onto people. Like too many variables, right? How we were raised, who we are, what we're born, our genetic makeup, our DNA. There's too many variables for us for people to keep like putting singular statements onto things. Like it's such like a very simple bird-brained way to move around life, and I just hate that. Like I hate the all men are this, or oh, do men like this? No, does that man like that?
Yeah. Ask him.
Does that man like that? Does that man like that? Like no, like it's not one thing. Like it's just, oh my God, it makes me scared that people really can't think. Like it's crazy.
There's a certain word that we can't use anymore.
No, literally something I do feel like I'm like an anomaly on this planet. Like I feel like something I feel crazy because I'm like, I just
it seems so basic.
It does seem so basic.
Like if you want, like if I want you, for example,
yeah.
Why would I go to the internet and ask what women?
Yeah,
like?
What do women like when I have no beard? Yeah. Do women like beards?
I would just
ask me.
Like I do now. I'd be like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? I know it's different because we have each other, but even still before, I'm sure I did that before we were together.
Yeah. And the crazy part is the people who make these articles they make bank off of human stupidity because they're making articles about, like I said, 10 things to impress your man today. Whereas that man might not like any of those 10 things on that list, but you're feeding into it thinking that he likes that. And that's why these relationships fall apart, because you're doing things because the internet tells you to do it. Like, oh, men want you to wear lingerie to bed. Women, stop going to bed like that. Women, stop going to bed with that T-shirt and short. And then you ask different men. Yeah, some men like the lingerie, but some men be like, no, just put that T-shirt on. Like
nothing better than.
Or don't wear nothing. Like it just depends on who
good pair
you're
of sweatpants and leggings.
Yeah, and that's what you like. There's definitely men that probably like lingerie, right?
Oh yeah.
But I just feel like I hate when women try to push that stuff, and then they try to push that on other women. Oh, you women need to get yourself together to keep that man. That man not gonna want you looking like that. I'm like, how do you know what that man is gonna want me to do? Like you know that man and what he wants. Like, it's just so simple, and I just feel like people are really like. I gotta calm myself down.
It's okay. I'll take over for you. So, basically,
yeah, we didn't even get
to the damn topic. I don't even. If we lost y'all already, sorry. Basically, we've seen this trend where I wouldn't say that.
Spoilers. Look, we just talked about this a few episodes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame Callie for doing it, but it kind of.
She's definitely a part of it because that's what the caption said.
Yeah.
Pasta and lobster.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to blame her. I mean, she gave like a terminology or phrase for it, I guess,
Yeah,
but it's
we're
definitely
not gonna
not.
blame her. Yeah, she just gave a label.
Yeah, and I remember I think I was watching a stream with her when she was doing the interview thing with Duke. I feel like I remember her saying that it was kind of cap. Like she just like
Yeah, it's
she
just
just
a
writes
bar.
writes music
Yeah.
for people that might like that, so
Yeah,
that
cause
they can
come on, let's
caption it that way.
look who she's dating, like and who she's with, like.
Yeah, but basically, and this has kind of always been a thing, and it's also men have done this too, but just people in the black community where they might be going through or have a bad experience with someone in our own community, so their reaction to that is now I'm gonna go date people in other
Yeah.
ethnicities or races,
Yeah.
however we want to define it.
It's crazy.
The one thing I will say about this is that there should never be the expectation, because of course there's commonalities in people of a certain race or ethnicity.
That's what I say. There are cultural differences. Lots
There
of times. Like we can't ignore that.
So if you do date a black man here, there, Mexican man here, there, somebody from a Japanese man here, there, there's going to be some commonalities because they all belong to a certain group. But even within that, you can't put generalities on people because everybody still is different. But there might be some sort of commonalities, like
tradition.
Right. That can't be avoided. But to me, again, you always have to judge people on an individual basis. Because to me, if you had a couple bad experiences with somebody of a particular group, first and foremost, that's your experience. That's not everybody's experience. And also, don't expect that just because you're going outside to another group of people that your experience might be any different, because it could be very much the same.
It could be exactly the same, but then, bruh.
It might be worse. You're just assuming it because you might have seen Travis Kelce and what was her name?
Kayla.
Yeah, because you might have seen that, so you like the idea of it. Like, that shouldn't be your basis. It's somebody else's relationship because their experience might be different, right? And I don't know what happened, but they're not together for a reason either. So it's like, you don't know what could have happened in that relationship, but you should never base on what you want to be true to actually be like.
And like you said, projecting your negative experience. Like,
on everybody.
It's just so disgusting. Some of these comments, like on this girl's TikTok, I was like, whoa. It's like, it's crazy. But basically, like, you know, you kind of introduced it, but there was this TikTok, the girl, her name is Madison. I'm not sure her at name, but she says, is it just the black women I follow on this app, or is it a new movement? Because she was saying how she feels like all her favorite black influencers are with white men. And I guess this woman, her name is Tiara Walker, is with somebody white, right? So now, like, she's saying a new movement, right? So then you see, like, I posted the screenshots, right? Like, you see the comments, welcome to the good side, right? It's the new wave, and I'm here for it. For black women happiness. I went where I felt appreciated. Happy, safe, valued. It's for us ladies. I'm glad I'm not the only one experiencing this. Oops. Oh, God, let's go back down. This was, I'll read that one last because that was funny. Sisters are finding out that the struggle love is for the birds. Husband proposed 4 months after us dating. Together now 14 years. Go where you are treated. My ex, a black man, told me I was too dark to be treated softly, and he said that to my face. And this one had me dead. Mine bought cocoa butter, so I don't have to bring my own when I stay. It's nice here. Like, you see how she's so gassed. She's gassing up the white man for buying her cocoa butter. There's so much layers to that. Like, when I read that, I literally died laughing. He brought me cocoa butter. It was almost like that TikTok that I played on the podcast a few episodes.
Oh yes, man.
When the white man compliments
you, the cocoa
butter. Like when it's like how black women act so much. So like if a black man says, "Oh, like I love your curls," thank you, white
they
man.
See us.
But if a
they
black man
us.
says, "I love your curls," that's the bare minimum. So if a black man brought you cocoa butter, they'll be like, as he should. But since it was a white man brought her cocoa butter. Yeah, see, he sees you.
He sees me.
He sees.
I know.
I literally died laughing at that comment. Like, and then the whole little glitter, like, it's so nice here.
I know.
Because he brought you cocoa butter.
I know.
Like, so he says you Ashley. That's what he was thinking. Like,
trying to find a bar, but I think it's down in hell somewhere.
Yeah, but the bar's only high because of white man. So now it's so amplified. Oh, look, he cares.
No, the bar's in hell if cocoa butter is what does it for you.
But let a black man have brought in her cocoa butter, and it was like, That's all. That's all.
That's all he got.
Did he pay a bill though? Did he pay a bill?
I know. Honestly,
Oh,
coming
man.
from the perspective of a black man, realistically, because I would never say that about my fellow black women, even these individuals right here.
No, you can say it better.
I would never, say anything degrading against my kin, my fellow black women. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Honestly, anybody that's willing
To degrade. Yeah.
and black men do this too. So
Yeah,
black
they
men
do.
aren't they're not free from this either. Both of y'all. Honestly, go.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Just take him space.
Yeah. Y'all wasting our culture. So all y'all can go. Go ahead. Get the person that you're looking for and go ahead. And obviously,
And it's just funny though that they think it's like we were saying that the grass is so much greener. Like these women don't deal with their own, like white women, Spanish women, Middle Eastern women, whatever, don't deal with their own issues within their own community with their men too. Like to think that it's so much like the grass is so much greener is such a crazy like mindset. And like I said, the whole monolithic way of thinking, like, oh, if I go to the white man, he's gonna propose to me in 2 weeks after we dated, and he gonna pay the bills. That's what they think they're getting. I mean, that's not the reality. Look at the stats. Like, yeah, just because there's more of them not doing better economically doesn't mean that they're all doing better economically. Like, I know plenty of white women that are doing 50-50 with their partners. Like, plenty.
and I know plenty of people in other races that people get taken out and murder suicide. So
Yes.
it's not all. It's not.
Or get abused or like
And I'm not wishing
get
that on
treated
people.
like a second class citizen. Like why be acting like the grass is greener? And they talk about black love as struggle love. Like what? They think it's a struggle to be a partner. Like, and I guess some people are struggling, but it has nothing to do with race.
Yeah, that's your
It's
experience.
yeah, and
that's
it's your experience.
And because there's a choice in everything in life. You pick out bad people.
Exactly.
You basically are chasing, because that's what I've seen. People are chasing people that aren't good for them.
Yeah, but clear red flags. The guy lives at home in his basement. He can't keep a job. He be late to work. He got probably another kid already. And you picked that person because you're so insecure and you love that male validation that you'll pick anybody, even if it's a bum, because you just need male validation and male attention. Now, then that relationship, he cheats on you, and now the relationship ends, and now he was a bum out living in his mom's basement who can't get a job, but that's the person you decide to lay with and have a relationship with.
That's on you, gangster, because let me tell you,
And now all black men are poor and horrible partners.
Listen, I'm out in the world. Not only that, I work in the best city in the world.
Yes.
I'm outside. I have a different experience than probably, if you're not from around here, I have a better experience really in life than
A lot
of people.
Yeah.
I'm exposed to so many different cultures and foods and society in general. My money is different.
Yeah. There's no struggle love here. Don't project that onto that.
And so I see what's actually available out here. So I don't want to hear anybody say that there's black men not doing well.
That's plenty. That's the thing. These people aren't exposed to anything. Like we work in like
Corporate. We see this.
Like there's black freaking directors at my company that they're probably clearing $200K black. Like
I know
this is
people
one
clearing
guy, I'm not gonna say his name, young director, like making probably $200K plus.
And
There's a black guy. We have a whole BLF at Prudential. It's the Black Leadership Forum. There's so many people. Everybody in there. The average salary is probably definitely 6 figures. And all the people that be in the room.
I know for sure.
Even the lowest people in those jobs are making probably like 50,000, right? So I'm just confused. Like there's so many of us out there. People like it's just.
But they don't want
that.
People don't know what they want.
They want Taekwon with the Glock. No, for real. They want Taekwon with the Glock 9 who's ducking his ops. Like that's what they want. They don't want Donnell, who's the director of finance, with his own apartment. They want.
That's because they think
he's a nerd or he's whatever.
When he's the one that really got motion for real. People want to talk about motion.
It's just so crazy. And then what made me mad is this one person commented was like, "Y'all be safe. Like I love my black man." She had like maybe 100,000, 200,000 followers, and like she said my black man, right? And this one girl was like, "Well." She said, "You be safe, have fun with that 50-50 struggle love." I'm like, first of all, how you gonna project that onto this random woman?
You don't even know her.
You don't know her. You don't know what her man does. Like, you're a freaking weirdo. And then you go to her page, she only got a real picture. It's just like, the usual, right?
The usual typical,
suspects.
and not in a relationship.
Yeah, probably single, like
Typical shit.
Yep. I'm like, how you gonna project that? Like, who are
You
you?
don't even know
Who
her.
are you? Like, you don't know what she
The
provides. You don't know if she provides at all. Like, you don't know if her man pays all the bills. Like, to make that perception that all black men are like this bob in a barrel because that's who they deal with or that's what they're exposed to. Like, when, like we just said, so many people. Like, I could list so many examples. I could list 10 people right now. Black men are making six figures, high six figures. You, your dad, like two people we went to school with. Like I said, the people at my company now, I know people at your company, like
all the black men in the neighborhood I grew up in.
Yeah, literally. Like, oh my God, there's a guy that lived on your block. Like, you know, we talked about this before. He was a partner. He probably still is a partner. Partners make like $500K.
They don't know what that is.
At PwC, one the big four accounting firm. Like a partner means you own part of the company. Like he basically is the owner of that company, and you get promoted to that level. And I know a woman too. Her name, well, I'm not gonna say her name. I met her. She just got promoted to partner. I know like 3 partners at PwC, all black, and one of them lived on your freaking block. Like, come on, like. Your dad, like you got doctors on your street. There's plenty of people. They're out there, and it's not like it's not that small amount a population. Like it is on paper, but they're out there and they exist. So to act like that's not a thing, and that if all black couples and all black love is struggle love, it's like such a slap in the face. And like get out, like bye.
And that's just from the money aspect. When we're just talking about, when we're talking about even from like just a personal aspect, there's plenty of people out here. I think there's more black men with good personalities than there are black men that are making a ton of money, but still, like there's some that have both, but you're definitely not at a disadvantage because you want to pursue black men specifically. Like you're 100% not. But like you said, if you want to go get Mr. Spin the Block and Mr. I Kill All My Ops, then like that's unfortunately that's what you're gonna get.
You're gonna get struggle love. You're gonna get, you might have to help with the bills. You're gonna get, he's gonna borrow your car. I never had to deal with no man borrowing my car. Like you never would fix your face and be like, can I borrow your car? Like even if you were in a situation where something happened with your car, you will have a loaner the next day. Like for people to try to act like that's a thing because that's your experience dealing with hood burgers, like sorry, that's not everybody. That's not every black person's experience. And I hate that now you're gonna go on the internet and say, oh, it's a movement, y'all. It's a movement. We put us first. Black woman is a movement. I love this new movement. Like, you guys sound like this dumb and weird. Like like come on, it's the same people that freaking enslaved us. Like
that's why when Harriet said slavery was a choice.
And that's why McConaughey said it too. People got mad about it, but in real time, we're seeing it. We're seeing it. But go ahead, get Mr. White Man. Go ahead. And then when he beats on you and makes you help him pay the bills, don't come back running to our community saying, "Black man, protect me." And these are the same women that want black men to come protect them in the streets, like the brick lady. Like,
and because we're not ignorant, we're not putting that on ethnicity like white people. We're not saying that that's what they do.
No,
but those things could happen.
Yeah, we're just saying that it does exist in that
and
community.
We're not putting that on women, hoping that happens. But
just go look at a man named Christopher Watts and come back to me.
Who that?
The man that you had mad when we watched it. Could you said in the story made you mad on Netflix? The guy that killed his pregnant wife and his two babies. The
barrel, the oil thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But you think the grass is green? No, I'm not putting that on their ethnic group. I'm just saying that like at the end of the day, like you said, there's not huge differences between men and women. There's not really major difference between race at all. Like the only difference is really just some genetics, right? And then cultural differences. But to act like because a man has a different skin tone that he's a whole different person than a black man, and to try to act like black men are like such an evil scum of the earth, evil men who do horrible things to their wives and struggle love, like to act like other races, putting them on a pedestal is crazy. When like we just said, stories like that exist. Like, do you think they're perfect and then they don't do no wrong? But like you said, there's murder, suicides happening in their community and in our community too, right? I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but to act like they're so much better, that the grass is greener, and that this is a movement. Like they're calling this a movement. And then she's getting on this TikTok and spreading this to young impressionable women who are not going to perpetuate that, right? Like young kids, young teenagers who now are probably going to think, because now they're not growing up with their dads, so they already have a negative perception of black men. Then they're watching TikTok like this. Like, it's just crazy to me.
During Black History Month.
Yeah. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to spread this message? It's like...
It's weird.
I get
I don't know
passionate about this topic because you know how I feel. And look, it's always these type of women too. Like the leave out looks
Oh
crazy.
my goodness.
It's always like you could tell the type of black woman she probably is. Like the leave out is always crazy. Like that's your community.
She look like she got a mustache, don't she?
She do.
She does.
It looks like she does. Probably just the angle.
Bro, she got the 10 o'clock shadow.
But it's always a black woman with bad hair. Like you could tell she was like the whitewashed black girl growing up. And like it's just crazy. Like sisters are finding out that sugar loves for the birds.
Let me see what it is. You could always tell.
Yeah, look, cause she looks like she's older, probably never been married, maybe divorced or something. She looks like she's probably like what, her 30s, 40s.
You know what? My thing is obviously.
And look, her name is Mrs. Mary Mack. But she probably never been a Mrs. in her life.
You know, everybody has their own preference. All I'm gonna say is, as a black man, for these black women, you know, they could definitely have her. When they go low, I go high. Listen, go enjoy.
Have fun.
Wish the best for you.
Don't come crawling back.
No, wish the best for you. Hopefully it works out for you.
Even to be like, welcome to the good side. Like, what? What makes it good? Like, it's just, oh my God. It's just sad for me. I'm always going to love and support my community over anybody. Like, no matter, even when I don't always agree with our community and what people are doing, they're always going to be a priority to me. I'm always going to love them. I'm never going to give up on black men. Even if I had bad experiences with black men, I would never give up on a community and just, there's like, you know, what do you call it? Like downgrade, degrade, whatever. Like my people and my men on the internet.
Yeah, if they want to do that, just do it. To big
up white men.
Just do it though. Why you need to make an announcement about it? Just go ahead.
Because they're trying to hurt somebody. That's the reason. They're trying to feel vindicated in what they're doing.
I'm not gonna lie. All of those comments, they can have them.
They can.
They can have them.
Leave the good black men available for the black women who appreciate them, and good riddance. You won't be missed. Go have your little mixed babies who are gonna grow up with identity issues and have fun. Okay, now I brought that too old.
Yeah.
No,
you always gotta take it too far.
I'm thinking of like Drake. Like.
No, all right. Thank you guys for watching. No. This has been the A Couple of Things podcast where we talked about a couple of things, and we will see y'all next week. I'm not letting you say one thing because you always gotta take it somewhere else.
I just want to say
you don't need to bring him up.
I appreciate black men, and I think you guys get the short end of the stick, and I feel bad because I feel like there's so much hatred towards black men. And I feel like even the black men, like I'm not taking accountability away, right? But even the black men who I feel like are like not as good people, they probably come most likely than not from single mothers who made them like that,
That's
made them damaged.
Whole other conversation.
Whole different topic, but single mothers who took away, you know, and even obviously the men not being part of lives messed them up too, right? Like, so we can still blame men too. But lots of times these damaged men were raised by single mothers who viewed them as like their husband, or even degraded them because they look like their dad that they hate, you know. So it's so many layers to it, and I just feel like black men just get very like they're like, you know, they talk about how black women are the least protected, but I do feel that way still too. But I feel like black men really get like a lot of bad PR, and this is like messed up. But obviously a lot of black women are still out here defending you guys, and yeah, let the other ones go.
I would tell my black women, don't waste your time talking to these heathens. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, don't argue with them. I find myself arguing with them.
Yeah, that's why I always get on you about that. To our black women that still support us, appreciate the support, but don't engage with these heathens. These are mentally ill creatures, and we don't need you to waste your valuable time being beautiful and black as you are. You don't need to waste your time dealing with these individuals, these heathens, these creatures, these bottom feeders. There's so many other words I want to say.
I was about to say, let them go.
No. Whoa. Stop.